Hi, everybody. Good evening. My name is Sunshine, and this is
Ancestor.
and together we're running the Great Mindset podcast. Welcome tonight. So tonight we have an amazing topic to discuss with you, and the topic is
Understanding words, the meaning of words. We're here to tell you guys that words are not just words. The things you say to yourself, the words you say. When I mean words, I mean WORD.
yeah,
Word.
words.
We're here to tell you guys that words are not just words. There are meanings to words. There are meaning to words, and these meanings have power. These meanings have power in them. If you read and research about etymology, which is the study of words, etymology is from the Greek word ety, means to know the truth, to know the real truth, to know the meaning, while logy means study. So you know that etymology is the truthful study of the
Words.
meaning of words. Some of these words have power.
All of the words that come out from your mouth have
Have
power.
power.
You
And
know.
those powers can alter your future. It can make things go well for you, and it
Or
can still make things
go
go
hard
bad
for you.
for you. So we're here to talk about it.
All right, so let's dive into it. What are words? What's are alphabets like that you put together and sounds? Sounds you put together in an alphabet to make sentences, understandable sentences, to communicate.
The words you tell yourself, the things you tell yourself, are not ordinary words. You think you're having conversations, but you're not having conversations.
So yeah, back to what I was saying. Yeah, we are discussing about the power of words, the secret behind words and all of that. So that's what we are talking about tonight. I was saying stuff about the power of words, right?
Yes.
And the meaning of words. The world itself was created just by words
Yes.
because God Himself said that there is power in the word. God called the word into being just by the words of His mouth. So I don't know why we'll be taking words from people as mere words. These words that we hear from people, these words that we hear from people are not just words. When we don't consciously listen and when we don't
Can you hear
consciously
him now?
discern, when we don't consciously discern the words that come to us, our mind subconsciously absorb these words and holds on to them. So that's something I think everybody should be worried about. I think everybody should be worried about something like that. That somebody can say something and it actually has an impact in your life.
Words are not just words. We know what we call the study of words, etymology. Etymology is the study of words. It means etymology from the Greek word ety means discovering the truth, like the true meaning to word. And logy means study. Now, if you bring two of them together, you see that it's the study of the true meaning of words. Etymology is the study of the true meaning of words.
Mm-hmm.
So knowing this, you start knowing that words are not just words.
Yeah.
For example, government. Government is from the Greek word govern. It means govern means control.
Yes, that's what
Ment
government is.
ment means
The mind.
mind. Now, if you put these two things together, you now know that the etymology meaning of government means control of the mind.
Yes.
And these people, they know all this. They intentionally remove this knowledge from the school system, because when we were young, nobody was telling us that words are not just words, but we know that there is power in the tongue. Religion told us that there is
Yes.
power in the tongue.
So what do you think that means?
But all my life, I've been thinking that there is power in the tongue. Like,
Yeah.
it literally meant only my own tongue. But if you look at it in the way we are understanding it now,
It
it's
means
not talking
it's
about
not
only
just
your
me.
own words or the things you think about yourself,
Yeah.
but also the words you hear around you.
You
What people tell you on a daily
on a
basis.
daily basis.
What people let you know. Like,
Yeah.
you see someone telling you that ego, and you accept it,
Nijihego.
that you don't have money. Yes, it might be looking like it, but you shouldn't accept it, because
Yes.
accepting it will make you to be in a place of lack. Like,
Because words shape how we think. Words shape how we
words shape
think.
shape how we think.
Yes, and then our thoughts affect our actions. From
Yes.
how we think, we act. we feel from how we think, that's how we begin to feel, and that's how we begin to act. If you're thinking that you're sad, you start to feel sad, and then you start to act like a sad man.
If you go about not being careful with the kind of words you allow yourself to listen.
Yeah.
Okay, just like today, we wanted to make a POS withdrawal, and the POS girl, we were like, nne, imanama, like we kind of like telling her like, which kind of husband would you
Would you like,
want?
what kind of a man would you
Would
want
you
to
want?
would you want as
As
your
you're a
man?
fine girl now,
As
which
you're
kind
a
of
fine
man
girl,
do
what
you
kind
want?
of man would you want?
And this girl hesitated. First, you kind of like, okay, think that, okay, she's not trying to be free with us based on
Yes.
maybe she's a little bit shy. Okay, I thought that was the case.
Yeah.
But when we kind of like made her feel comfortable to like what which kind of man do you really want for yourself? We found out that she was confused. She was not like anyone where she gets, she
That
go
she's okay
take
with it.
anyone. And she's not feeling that way intentionally. It's what the system have programmed
Her
inside her, the
mind.
words that she have been listening to, the
Yeah.
way she have been thinking in her head, the ways that she allowed people to say to her, have put her in a place that she feels low about herself.
That's true.
Low self-esteem. People can tell you words that will make you to feel
And,
low,
and you start thinking
and you
about
stop,
it.
and you not have confidence in yourself.
Mm.
Now, if you allow these people to keep telling you these words, it will keep programming you. It will program you. So that girl was not saying, she was not talking from a place of herself, but because what the world have projected into her,
Mm.
the words that have casted spells into her life and made her feel like she don't deserve more from life. These words are so
Shit.
powerful. There are words that make you to feel like
Mm.
you lack, and because you lack, you don't deserve some certain things. And
Yes.
if you
Mm.
accept that word of lack in you, someone asks you, do you have money? You tell the person say you no get. You feel like you are being honest that you no really get money, but you are speaking in words to the universe, and the universe is understanding this and is speaking it because the subconscious mind doesn't know what is true and what is not true. It registers it in your head. It will just register it in your head. Now, if you don't really understand this and start picking your words and making sure that you don't just say words and you don't just accept words into your life, you see that so many people are in the position that they are now because of the words that they have accepted in their mind.
That's true. 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 I want to point out something from what Ancestor is saying. When you don't discern or filter what you hear, you just accept everything. You just accept everything. And whatever you accept and you meditate on, you start to act out. You start to act out. Let's ask Ancestor again, moving on, because we are trying to have a discussion. And so you guys can ask us questions on the life. If there's something you don't understand or you want us to touch, with this topic, you can just type it out on the comment section and we can read it and we can talk about it. Why etymology matters? Why do you think it's important for people to know this, to know what words mean and the power that words carry?
My brother, I'm getting more deep into
Mm.
this knowledge, and the more I get deep into it, I start understanding, like it's like a shock to me because I never knew this. And that's one of the reasons why we are here, because the things we read and the things we discover, we'll try our best to come online and share this knowledge with you guys. Now, I was going through some history facts and I found out that there was a war that happened around 1940, thereabout, around 1940. And after that war, a group of people, the elites, they found out that you can reshape the world with the knowledge of words.
Mm.
You can really program people to behave in a certain way
Mm.
without
Without
putting
putting them in
putting in.
chains.
It's just to like program them, switch the meaning. They now tell us that it's language and we are having conversation, but it's not really conversation that we are having. We are creating our own reality with the words we say, with the things we say to ourselves. So we really need to start knowing this. And how can you know this? Is to research more. Go and check it out. If you feel like what we are saying is crap, and you feel like yes, words are not just words, just on your own free time, it's because we
Check it
have we
out.
have
Yeah.
felt like we don't want to really learn. We don't really want to learn. The world is now in a place that nobody is curious. Nobody really wants to ask questions. And that's why all these things keep lingering and people keep being in problems, not knowing that they are the reason why they are in that problem. Because of the words that they are saying.
That's
It's
true.
not really words, but spells.
That's true. That's true. That's true. So what you're trying to say is that words are not just words, words are spells, like people casting spells on you. This is one of the reasons why you have to know the meaning of words.
You need to study it.
You need to study.
You need to really go and study it. You need to really go and start knowing. Do you know the funny thing is wealthy people, all these wealthy men, all these billionaires who are really reading, because believe me, these billionaires, they read a lot. Most of them know these secrets and they start early to educate their children, because I already know it. And if I give birth to my son, when I have a son, I would tell him that, listen, young man,
Kelly.
words are not just words. Words are not just words. So these billionaires, these big men, most of them, they know this, and they're already programming their children to understand. Yes, that's why you see that these people are still rich. 50 years, they are still wealthy. Wealth is still in the family for 100 years, 200 years, 300 years. Why?
Down to their children.
Why? Because there is a system. There is a system, and they are using that system to give that system to their children, and their children will still give that same system to the next children. And most of us are living through a system that is already programmed. Most of them, they know what they are doing. These people know what words mean. They literally know what words mean. That's why they use them on you. That's why they allow us to make use of them. They tell you that money is hard to make, and they are programmed in your head that money is hard to make. Even if money is hard to make, you will always tell yourself that it will flow to you. That you don't, like, have an affirmation that I normally say every morning, that I don't chase success.
Okay.
I attract it.
Yes, that's powerful. That's a different
Do you understand?
way of saying it.
That's why you need to always engage in affirmations. You need to tell yourself strong words, positive words. And most of my affirmations starts with I am. I am is a very strong word. It can alter your future. I am great. Why is it that in the Bible, when God was introducing himself, how did he introduce himself?
He introduced himself as the I am that I am.
I am that I am.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
There
That's
is
how God
power.
introduced himself.
There is power in adding these two letters, I am. These two words, I am. Adding these two words, I am. I am great. I am wise. I am courageous. I am strong.
That's a declaration.
I am healed.
That's a declaration, not a
Only
negotiation.
using these words will alter your future in a positive way. Now, if you know this, you will start knowing that you need to be telling yourself strong words, and you need to be cutting away from strong words that are negative from your life. And you shouldn't allow people to tell you those words. You shouldn't accept those words. When someone tell you those words, rebuke it immediately. A CEO cannot allow his staff to tell him that he's not behaving like a leader.
Yes.
Because if you allow that words
That's true.
to get into him, it will alter his future.
He will
And
never,
he will not
never
be
behave
behaving like a leader.
Yes.
A billionaire now cannot allow you to tell him that he will not succeed. He will rebuke you.
Yes.
He will these people know. He will rebuke you, say, me. You the tell me say I not go succeed. We go see. But some people accept negative words and they casually say it's words. Words has nothing on me. Really? Like really, words don't have anything on you. If you really understand the power in words, you will know that words got everything on you.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to use it, and if you don't know how to reject it, it will alter your future. The earlier you start knowing this, the better for you.
Honey
So that's it.
Honeybed, hi, welcome to our life. We're talking about the power of words and the meaning of words. So why etymology matters. Etymology, the origin and evolution of words. Etymology is the study of the origin and evolution of words. Many modern meanings are simplified versions of deeper roots. Understanding roots gives precision plus power. Understanding the roots of something gives you the precision and gives you a clear understanding of how that thing works. Just like the word discipline, from Latin, it means disciplina, which means instruction and learning, not punishment, but training. But because of evolution, we have changed discipline to punishment. Discipline is now punishment. It's not as if anytime they talk about discipline, it's not as if they want to punish you. But the original meaning of that word is training. That's what it meant. Instruction, learning, not punishment. Education itself, from the Latin word educare, means to bring out, to draw forth. That was why back in the days, it was nothing about school. It was more about handwork. It was more about being productive, being creative, what machines you could build, what problems you could solve. It was not even about going to school. School was a programmed
It's programmed now.
system by the leaders, by
Yes.
the elite minds, to be able to control our minds, which is the second most powerful tool after the voices that we have, these words that we are speaking. The next thing is our mind. And these people know about it. That is why they started early to program, to put this system in motion. And this system is running all over the world.
They know that if you really understand that you can alter your future,
Yes. You
they
can say you
they
can say something and it will happen if you truly
they
believe.
cannot control you again.
If you know this and believe it and start to believe it, that you have the power to create your life and your world how you want it, right? You have the power to create your world how exactly you want it, and your world and your life will turn out how you want it. Then you've started awakening. Then you've started making these same steps that we are taking. But you have to know that the words you speak have power,
Powers.
and that when somebody says something negative to you, they are not just talking, they're actually casting a spell on you. So it's either you accept it or not
You shouldn't accept it at all.
at all.
Just come to think of it. You know, we really read the Bible, but sometimes we don't like really go
Mm.
through the Bible. We just read the Bible text to text, words to words, and just read through it. But we don't really know the deep message that is really the code. Codes are in Bible. Codes are in Bible. If
Yes,
you
of
look at
course.
the beginning, it
Mm.
said in the beginning was the word. In the beginning was the word. And the word
Was
was
with God,
and the word is God.
and the word was God.
Yes. When they say word, it's WORD that they mean,
Yes,
not
yes,
WORLD.
yes.
Word, the same word we are talking about now.
Uh-huh.
That is to tell you that there is really power in the word.
Yes.
Of all things the world should start with, he said, in the beginning was the word.
No break that before all.
In the beginning was the word. So that alone should make you understand that words are powerful. Words are powerful. They don't want us to know about this.
Yes.
They removed it in the school system. When we were in secondary school, when we were in primary school, when we were in the university, nobody sat me down in my primary school time. My English teacher was busy telling me A, E, I, O, U, was busy telling me
Ude-
ABCD,
Udelu no dala.
was
Okay.
busy telling me government is people by the people, for the people, and with the people.
Okay, Honeybird, we've heard you. We'll check it out.
You understand?
Mm.
They removed the knowledge side of what words really mean. What words really mean. Because if they told us that government didn't mean government of the people, by the people, and for the people, if they didn't tell us all those rubbish meanings of what all these things are and really told us that government means control of the mind.
Mm.
Imagine someone telling you to come and vote for people that will control your mind, because you now know that government is literally control of the mind. That's what it means. The
Ye-
etymology meaning of government means control of the mind. Now, if you know this now, you'll be careful to know the kind of person you vote in power. Because the
Yes.
kind of person you vote in power will program you to either believe what he wants you to believe or don't believe what he wants you not to believe. You understand? They
Yeah.
now control what you see. They use the media to control what you see and use the media to still speak words into you. Because some things you hear from the media can still alter your future if you accept the words. It is words. Words come out from your phone. Words come out from your phone too. And someone is saying those words with their mouth, with their tongue. There is power in the tongue. So now if you know this, you will still be careful with your gadgets. You will still be careful with the information you listen to.
Yes, the kind
Because
of content you consume.
yes, that is the system that is programming you.
Yeah, that's true. That's
The
true.
the media, the phone, the gadgets, the things we watch, the things we consume on a daily basis really alter our future.
Yes.
With the
Yeah.
way they are if you are not filtering it correctly,
It starts to take root in your mind.
it creates your reality.
Mhm.
The things you listen to and the things you say create your reality.
You have to learn how to question words. You have to learn how to question words. Things you hear. When somebody says something, you try to find out what they actually mean with what they're saying. Language, these words we speak, they control perception. Somebody can just, you might believe in something. You've been believing in it for years, and then one day you come across someone that says something else, and then it starts to affect your belief. You start to question what you've already known.
This my friend. Anything when you want to do, any project that he's into, if he's in any project, he's positive with that project. Say, ancestor, it go work. Ancestor, it don't already work. Ancestor, see,
That's a strong mindset.
but if you dey put in words of doubt in your life every time, all these things attract. Words attract things. Words can make matter. Words can change the course of reality and bring things to you. So if you now know how to use these words correctly, you can literally create your own reality. That's how dangerous this information is. And that's why they don't want us to get this information. That
Yes.
words are not just words, that we are altering our own future and our own reality with the things we say. You understand? So we
Yeah.
really need to study this more, learn more about this. The elites know this, big men know this, some billionaires, most billionaires know all this.
These people that have read books, they have read ancient books they will not publish, books they will never allow to make it to the media, books they will never allow me and you to know about to come through. They have read it, they have gathered information that they will never allow to get into our minds, and they are using it. They are using it, right? They are using it to program us, to program the society, to make us act a certain way, to make us think a certain way, to make us behave in a certain way, right? And it's working. It's been working. It has been working, because words shape everything: success, freedom, masculinity, wealth. Everything is shaping by words. Everything is shaped by words, right? Now, how to take back control? We have been telling you how all of these things are happening, what is happening, and now we are going to tell you how to take back control. Yeah, we are going to give you some actionable steps. Number one, of how to take back control of your mind and be careful of the words you accept and the words you speak, is for you to question every word. Every word that you hear, question it. When somebody says something to you, question it. Imagine, decipher it in your head, break it down, dissect it. Imagine what that word means. When somebody says, "How are you?" check if the person is asking you how you are actually, or if the person is asking you, "How are you?" Check if this person is checking on you, or if the person is asking a question, or if the person is projecting something over you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Somebody cannot jokingly just tell you that you will never make it, and you will just be there and be laughing with the person. You should be able to reject it immediately, because if something happens and then you're not able to come up from it, your mind goes back to those words that you heard that are saying that you cannot make it. And you might start thinking that, maybe it's true that you cannot make it, since this person has already said it that you cannot make it. Because words take roots. Like all these scientists people who say that stuff, they build patterns and whatever neuron pathways in your brain. Now, if you keep hearing negative things and they keep taking roots in your mind, before you know it, you start conceiving ideas, negative ideas. You start giving up. You start becoming weaker in the mind because of the kind of words you've heard or you are hearing.
That's why you need to really know the meaning of words
Yes.
and start learning more to understand some words.
Yes. This whole world was created with the energy from spoken words. That is to let you know. It's just like wizards and witches. They have to use words to cast their spells. When they want to make magic, when they want to make this iPad move. They will just say abracadabra, and the iPad will disappear and move. It's just because they've programmed it in a way that made us to lose belief in words. We no longer believe that words have power.
How did God create the world?
Just by his spoken word.
Just by words.
He just called the
Creation
word
was
into
made.
being.
Creation came to reality with God saying, "Let there be." Command.
And there was. It was a command, not a negotiation. God was
Command.
not
Authority.
negotiating. He was not negotiating with anybody. He was not negotiating with anybody. He was telling the world what he wanted. I want land, and there was land. I want this, and there was fucking that. He was not negotiating with anybody because he knows the power in spoken words. He knew the power. He knows that there is power in the word. And he said that the word was the light of men. It's in the Bible. Even the Bible says that the power of life and death is in the tongue. Jesus said, you can say to this fig tree, get up from this place and be moved into the bottomless pit, and it will happen if you have faith. If you have faith, you actually have to believe. You actually have to believe that this would work for you. You actually have to believe that this will work for you, and then it will work. If you believe that it will work, then it will work. Question every word. What does this really mean? Always ask this question. What does this word really mean? When you hear something, ask what the word means. Study root meanings. Number two, study root meanings. Try to get what words mean and get it to the root of it. Number three, be intentional with language. Stop saying things that weaken your identity. Stop accepting negative words to yourself. Always speak courageous, motivating words to yourself every day. And the last, build your own definitions. Define success by yourself. Define discipline by yourself. Define masculinity for yourself. It does not have to mean anything to anybody. It just has to mean something to you. Success to somebody else might be whatever, but to you, it could just be sleeping and waking up. But be in your own world. Imagine every man or woman you meet is casting a spell on you. When they say good morning, how are you? Imagine it that they are casting a spell on you. And then, if somebody is casting a spell on you and is a witch or wizard, what do? You take the positive ones and you repel the negative ones. So from today, do not allow anybody speak negative words over you. Do not allow anybody to tell you negative things. Do not allow anybody to speak down of you. Do not allow anybody to influence your mind in negative ways, to tell you that you cannot do this, to
Yes.
tell you that you cannot do that, to tell you that you cannot achieve this, to tell you that you cannot achieve that. Always speak positive and courageous things to yourself every day. And do not believe everything everyone says. Make your own researches, learn things, know what they mean. Don't just take everything, even everything that I've said here today.
It will not make sense to people that you are telling them now that words are not just words.
Yes.
There are people that, and there are people for you to know that the system is so fucked up, and for you to know that the spell is really working, that this spell is really working, is when you start trying to let people know that the words they allow people to tell them, or the words that they tell themselves, is limiting them, and they find a way to justify that and tell you that no, make you carry your mindset, they go say now word, say now you the two reason into word. That's when you will know that the spell is really casted on some people's life. Some people are really programmed so deep that they are so ignorant, and you're trying to let them know that your ignorance is limiting you. Your ignorance is really limiting you from
Yes.
getting more from life, and they're looking for a way to justify their ignorance by
Mm-hmm.
telling you that what you're studying is meaningless, that words are just words, that government is just really government. They don't want to understand that government really means that is the control of the mind. They are so ignorant that they don't want to believe you. It's when
Yeah.
you know that the system is at work. The spell that they have casted, intentionally casted these spells
Over
in the
us.
system
But
to
I've
to
escaped.
limit people,
Yes.
to make people to want an average life, to make people to feel okay,
With an average
to be
life.
depressed, to make people to be feel okay, to be in an uncomfortable place, and still feel okay to live in that uncomfortable nature.
Just take a look at how we live in
Imagine.
Nigeria today. It is so obvious. It is so obvious. Let us not even come and start me say what I am a Nigerian too. I'm feeling it. It is so obvious. But unfortunately, guys, we don't have a whole lot of time to delve into this. We'll come and touch this matter again some other time, right? We'll come and touch this matter again some other time. We are rounding up now. It's almost
Yes.
10:30 p.m. and we're leaving. But before we leave, I want to leave you with these words. Yeah, I want to leave you with these words. If you don't define the words in your life, someone else already has. Because there's a system that is already functioning. There's a system that's already been put in motion right from time that is already functioning. Now, if you don't start to do something about it, if you don't start to define with the words, if you don't start to define your own life, words that you hear, listen to, and meditate on, unfortunately for you, the system is already in place. That there's nothing you can do about it. All you have to do is follow the system. You've been using words wrong your whole life.
If you don't want to be awakened, then you keep sleeping.
Then you keep sleeping, right? You keep sleeping. But I'm hoping that you learned something from me tonight, and that something is awakened inside of you that wants to know more. And I'm hoping that as that thing is awakened, whatever it is awakened, and you go out to search for more, that the universe provides you with the resources and grants you wisdom and understanding
Yes,
and
direction.
lead you in the right direction.
Because there is a bad side of this knowledge. There is a bad side
Yeah,
of understanding things about life. And
there's
if you don't
there's a
guide
crazy
yourself
side of
well,
it.
you will
You
slip
could
out.
just sleep off, right? And I'm hoping and wishing you well that you don't sleep off. Hook with us tomorrow. We are gonna be back on air tomorrow, 9 p.m. Stay jiggy. God bless you. Great mindset. Always. We out.